Good afternoon, sports fans from all around the globe. I am your host, Jeff Dawson, East Coast Sports Investors, and this is your midday market report for March 3rd, 2022, as we get closer to Conference Championship Week, March Madness, Vegas. It's our weekly trip to the Windy City, our favorite couple of days, as we are honored and blessed to have the mid-major king himself, Mr. Colton Sroka, on with us today. And then tomorrow afternoon, his partner in crime, Mr. Riley Magnuson, talking Big Ten, talking Cheesehead Nation, Aaron Rodgers, and what the weekend brings. But we are blessed today to bring him on, as always, at 2 o'clock. The man with more energy than Red Bull itself, the one, the only, Mr. Colton Sroka.
It's the Midday Market Report. Let's go. We're back live in prime time. The Cape Cod Connection. What's up, baby? How you been? How you living? How you feeling? What's good on the eastern side of the globe?
Hockey pucks. If I told you this week we had 4 college games. We had Syracuse +9 Monday night at UNC, winning the whole game outright. Goes to overtime, lands on 9. We did have San Diego State box the wire against Wyoming. So we're 1-0-1. Mm-hmm. And then on Tuesday, we have Vanderbilt a pick'em against Florida, up 8 with 3 minutes to go, up 5 with a minute to go, at home, and lose the game. And then, as you know, and your partner knows, everyone here that watches and listens knows, we have a Wisconsin +300 to win the Big Ten regular season. Mm-hmm. Everything felt perfect. But the opening line of Purdue -2.5 for 2, Vegas made a statement. So we jumped in on Purdue. They played grab ass the whole game with Wisconsin. And Wisconsin in the final minute hits not 1, but 2 3-point bank shots. So they hit the first one. Purdue comes and matches them. And then with 1 second left, out on the wing, the guy hits the side of the backboard and it goes in. Thanks for playing.
How you doing? Keep it moving. It is what it is, my man. I think I found a spot. I don't want to put the cart in front of the horse. I'm sweating right now. I'll tell you the truth. I gave out a play here at 11:30. I opened up the day with the University of Texas Arlington Mavericks plus the 3.5. Sweating it out right now. They're trying to cut it down. They're cutting it down more into single digits. They were down by double digits in the first half. Second half, now it's down to about 4. Got them at 3.5. So we got a little bit of a sweat ahead of us. About 12 minutes left. So I'll keep you guys up to date. That's a mid-major king play and a half. But I've really been finding this spot, man, and it's. You see the sharp side, and in the quote-unquote sharp side we always see, and what I've really been finding is that with college basketball, more often than not, this perceived sharp side tends to be just a boatload of monetary liability. And if you're seeing, for instance, what did I see? Dayton at the beginning of the week. I took them at +2. Early in the morning, and you got to catch it at certain times, but early in the morning, Richmond was just getting every Brinks truck in the entire greater Virginia area just backed up to their campus and just bags just dumped off on the side of the road. And I thought, well, why isn't this line going anywhere? Why isn't it 2.5, at least 3 maybe, but at least give me a hook, at least show me something like this is money that I can buy into. And it never moved. Here comes 8 o'clock, here comes 9 o'clock, here comes 10 o'clock. It never moved. I said, well, then, I mean, that's Fugazi money. That's monetary liability. That's just people throwing bags at it that the books don't respect their opinion, and they're not moving this at all. So I'm going to take the +2 and think that they win this outright. Sweaty as all hell, but they got it right to the pay window for me, 56-54, 54-52, whatever it ended up being. As a 2-point game. They ended up winning outright, but either way, I didn't need the points. It's just really been that spot here, and I kind of shared this with Riley the other day off of our show. I said, man, I was just trying to find these spots, I guess, of line movement and where's the money, and try and be smarter than the books. And I guess what I've started to do as of late is just side with the books. Just what do they want so much right now? Like forgetting what, maybe even forgetting what they want. Just literally looking at what they're getting, and are they moving this line movement or not? Are they looking at this money right here, right now, and they are saying, we honor that, we believe it, we respect it, or nah, it's bullshit, we're keeping this line where it's at. Let people keep throwing money at it. And that's kind of how I've been making my plays as of late. It's been less about the storylines, the players, the this, that, and the third, and more straight to the point. Hey, we play numbers and not storylines around these parts.
It's funny. I talked to during the closing bell with Scott, and I talked to a lot of our clients. And for instance, in certain spots, middle of a 60 game card, a line goes from 7 to 4.5. Now that catches the sharp eyes. Okay, we take a look then at the ticket count. We take a look at the money, and if it's showing on the other side, we'll say, okay, that's reverse line movement, that's sharp, heavy money. But the real thing that it did is it triggered our eyes to that game. And so often than not, and especially this year, and it's happened before, that movement was just to get us. It was that they're taking the public money, and it is what it is, and it's coming in.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so I have
And
a
they're
quick.
fine with that. They're fine with that too. It's almost as if the more public, or the more experts that enter the space, it allows, or it disallows rather, for actual experts like us to take advantage of those line movements that we would have saw in the past. You know, the buzzword reverse line movement. Oh my gosh, a lot of times you can hardly buy that anymore, my friend, because I think it's the books literally saying, okay, everybody thinks they know what the hell we're doing. We're just going to throw this in one direction. It's going to happen the exact opposite way. And that's how I've just kind of been playing. And one final thing before you carry on, another spot I just thought of when you were saying has been very, 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 very profitable for us over at TTL is the +1.5 home dog, or fading them rather. It's very, very interesting, especially these last few games. We're kind of closing out the regular season. Some of the games, it won't be as prominent, obviously, the home dog, if it's going to be on a neutral court. But if it's some of these last games where that team is playing at home and you see them maybe open up as a 1.5 point favorite on their home hardwood, especially then, and then flip to a +1.5, or maybe they're at +1.5 and everybody's throwing money at them left, right, and center, and that line is froze solid at +1.5. They will not flip to the favorite regardless. It has been an extremely profitable spot, regardless of who that team is. And I might have a play on it today. We might talk a little something, no board bender parlay, that exact spot. So I just wanted to make you guys privy to that. Obviously, I won't have every single one of those, but maybe if you're flicking through the old books or the board or whatever you're doing, and you look through and you say, oh shit, hey, Colt said something about that. That's been a really profitable spot lately.
We follow maybe too many sources when it comes to college basketball. Uh, Don Best, Sports Insight, Wager Talk, Ken Palm. And I'm going to bring this little, because you're bringing up two nuggets. I'm going to bring up a nugget to you. And pregame,
Sure.
pregame.com.
Yep.
Now, they only follow between 4 and 6 books. I don't know which ones they follow. But in the last 2 weeks, you can see the money count, 10, 15, 20,000, an NBA game, 50,000. If there's a solo game like your UT Arlington, for instance, game, that's a solo at 12:30, I think there was 109,000 on there.
Mm-hmm.
4 spots where the money has just been off the Brinks trucks. Texas Tech and Baylor a few weeks ago. There was $250,000 on Texas Tech. The whole world was on Baylor. They didn't move the line. Texas Tech box to wire. There was 2 hockey games, the Predators and the Stars. Now, NHL hockey game midweek, 175,000, 180,000, both won. I have a game tonight. This game doesn't tip off till 8, 9 o'clock tonight. There is someone went to the window and put $165,000 on Kansas. There's already $205,000 on the game, and it's 211. Okay.
Well, my
And
name is Colton. When everybody zigs, I fucking zag Sroka. So you're speaking my language, my friend.
but what I'm telling you is when these bags have come to the window at pregame, they have won.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
my little nugget to everyone watching and listening is to run to the window, grab Kansas minus 11 and a half right now. And I'm not telling you to mortgage the house or anything, pizza, beer money, whatever your usual sizing, quarters, halves, whatever it is. I'm just telling you, pregame has been 4-0 on these bags. Kansas would make five, and they just lost to TCU. So maybe again, when there's a $205,000 on the game at 2 o'clock, it doesn't tip off for 6-7 hours, and everything else has 5, 6, 8, 11, 13,000. It's just something to keep your eye on.
Hey, now, I don't like to lay chalk, my friend. I mean, my other second name is Colton. I don't like to lay any damn chalk, Soroka. I hate it, and I love this play. I love what you just brought up there, my friend. I actually just looked at it. Right now, it looks like it's ticking up to 12 in some spots. Our good friends over there at the Golden Nugget, they ticked it up to 12 and a half. Our good friends over at Circa, up to 12, it looks like now. So yeah, listen to the man, the myth, the legend, to my other way, this way over here, my right, your left, whatever way, I don't know, whatever, that way, yep, Go over there, do your line shopping, but get it quick, because I tell you what, it looks like it's going to start moving consensus-wise. 48% of bets on Kansas, the minus 11.5, 63% actual money wagered on that spread. So, boy, oh boy, Jeff, you got me convinced. I don't like laying chalk, and my best bet of the day is laying 7.5 damn points. I'm feeling crazy out here today.
Our buddy Riley in big bold letters, revenge.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Revenge is a dish well served ice cold, and I think it's going to be ice cold at the old fog tonight, my friend.
Um, Before we get into the games, listen, anyone that follows you at Colt TTL Sports, especially that timeline, sees so much on their timeline with the NFTs. Uh, we have talked off air at length. I've been waiting to dip my nose in it. I have
Sure.
sent you an email yesterday about the metaverse and all what's going on in the world. And I did hear a nice video from Gary V that says by 2025, you want to be 5, 6 years ahead of the game. And it's 2022. So even if you can get 3 years plus ahead of the game, can you talk to all the listeners, people following us today, what the hell an NFT is, what the hell the metaverse is, and just what attracted to you, and I mean your joy, your smile. I mean, you spent hours in the spaces, and get us up to speed where you are.
Well, first of all, I'm honored that you would look to me for any opinion or anything in this space. I entered in about January, beginning of this year. I'd been playing around with it a little bit in November, December, and then January I entered in, and now I kind of find myself as a community leader and really in and out of the spaces and kind of being that hype man. Obviously, you guys know me as the hype man in this space, and so it's been really easy for me to transition into there. And there's so many ways that I could take it, but the first things first is everybody's starting to get really familiar with the bored apes, right? The old bored apes. Everybody knows what those are now. The ball players are getting involved in them. That's what that. If you're trying to come into the NFT space for your next bored ape, or you're chasing that, you're chasing it to, oh my gosh, I'm going to buy this picture and next week I'm going to flip it for $500,000. That ship has sailed. That's gone. And I want to hit on something you said as far as you saw a nice video from Gary V. Shout out my guy, Gary V, for sure. He talks about 2025, somewhere in that ballpark. And I definitely think by the end of this year, we could start seeing some real changes, real stuff like that. But it takes getting involved now. It really does. And what intrigued me was just I saw so many people talking about it. I saw so many people saying something. And I heard the legendary Ice-T say in a space the other night. He said, "You want to lose, fight the future." And I said, damn, that's some powerful ass stuff, huh? Holy shit. So I started diving into it more and more and more, and before I'd even bought really any NFTs or do anything, I just started to connect with communities and learn about kind of what goes on, what is it about, what really is it in a nutshell. And in a nutshell, an NFT stands for non-fungible token. It is just a basically a token that cannot be traded or bartered for any type of physical money that we would utilize, right? In that case, but it is traded on a blockchain. For in these instances, the Ethereum blockchain. Obviously, Bitcoin and stuff along those lines. The bigger name, Ethereum's starting to come up, but that is what it's traded on. And these tokens are stored on the blockchain, and by buying them, you have physical access and physical ownership of this token as well. So you can go down a whole rabbit hole of how do you access them, how do you get them, how do you look at them. But I guess the best thing that I can say, and kind of shout out to my most predominant community. If you guys are watching on Twitter and you saw this, shout out to all of you, any of my NFT family. But is the Ether Brews, and it's something very interesting. They basically view the NFT as your all access pass to breweries around the globe. And you might say, well, how do you even begin to do that, or how can you even begin to have stuff like that work? Well, that's the beauty of NFTs, and it's all based on the community and what the community wants, and exactly how the direction of the project is shaped is all based on community. So for lack of a better term, it's kind of giving the power back to the people, allowing everybody to kind of take part in the artistic vision, an artist, a project, whatever the case might be, and kind of have a say and a direction of where everything goes. And, you can get into them for one reason or another. Maybe you like the art of a project. Maybe you're really into the utility. Me personally, I'm really into the long-term utility. And when I say utility, I mean, what does this project provide to me? For instance, Ether Brews has a lot of secondary stuff that they got in the works for breweries and for some of the bigger names in the beer space. And then, hey, everything's brewed. Coffee, kombucha, however so you say that shit, tea, all that stuff. There's so many different things. And then you'll also see me repping the typical tigers from time to time. You'll see me as a tiger wearing a referee shirt. What the hell is that shit? That's a goofy-ass looking tiger. Well, my donation has actually helped save a tiger and move it to the Phuket Zoo in Thailand. And it's given me access to some really big players in the space and be able to talk for something that was actually really, really affordable. And obviously, I could go down rabbit holes for days and days and days on end. But what I would tell you to do is just be careful. If you do decide to get in, take your time, because this has been because the space is obviously growing. It's getting bigger. Look, we're talking about it on a sports betting show right now. Exactly, right? So the buzz thing right now, and what I've been trying to stress when I'm in these spaces and when I'm on the stages speaking and stuff, is take your time. If you know somebody in the space, reach out, ask them questions, go slow, because what these scammers do, and there's a lot of scammers in this space because it's the Wild West. There's no regulation. It is the Wild West right now. What they do is prey on the FOMO. There's only 5,000 of these things. There's 4,444 of these Ether Brews. When that mint opens, Reback, how you think people going right to it? So these scammers will send you DMs. Oh, you want a special thing? You want a one of one thing? And then you hit the link and it's over. It's just like email phishing, but it's even worse in this space. So if you do decide to make the jump, take your time, take it slow. It's okay. It took me about a month of researching and really truly deciding that I wanted to jump in. But it's one of the best things I can ever say I did, because in closing and kind of bringing it full circle, if you came into this space to find that Bored Ape, to make a flip, to make your $100,000, or your $1 million, whatever the case might be, it's probably not going to happen. Now, I'm not going to say you can't do that. There's people who do it, but it's so stressful. It's so wild. And why I stayed was because of the community, because of the people, because of the love and speak. I mean, Tim Cook, Tim Cook. I used to play for the Jacksonville Jaguars, was in the CFL for a while. I talk with him every single day now, and that's because of the NFT community. And it's so beautiful. It's just amazing, the love. And I don't know people from Adam. I just know their PFPs, their profile pictures. They know me as a black beer, for crying out loud. They don't know what I look like until I come on the screen. But it's just amazing. So I could obviously go on forever, but that's it in a nutshell. You guys want to know anything? Hey, my DMs are always open. Shoot me anything. I'm always, always, always open. I'll bring you in the Discord. Come talk with us. I'm always here. There's my soapbox.
As you said, we could talk for hours, but they did come here to pick your brain. It is almost conference week. Before we
Uh-oh.
get into today's games, we
Uh-oh.
kind of had a little back and forth with Mr. Lucky, Mr.
Mm.
Follow Fade himself.
Mm.
Um,
The legend.
I think he talked Northern Iowa, which we did cash them the other day, by the way. I thought Missouri State was sneaky, but in all honesty, that Loyola of Chicago obviously has put themselves up against the wall. You know, the winner of the tournament's in, and no one else is getting in this year.
Right.
I'm almost certain of that. So we retweeted the odds. If you today had to play who's going to win that tournament, tell everyone here thoughts and maybe what the price was or how you look at that tournament moving forward.
Yeah, let me flick over here real quick back to it so I can look at those odds. I'm going to see which way I can get to it quicker, either my sports book or I think I should have it right here. Let's see. Doggone it. Let me jump over to my sports book real quick to look at some odds. Because I knew we were going to talk about this a little bit, and I wanted to make sure I had just a little bit of thought behind it. Let me scroll down to the MVC. Let's see here, the MVC. Of course, as soon as you need to see it, then Missouri Valley. All right, well, doggone it, I can't find it now. I'm just gonna go to your page and find it. But as I always say, I always like my Redbirds as a dark horse. That's obviously a great place to start. I love my Redbirds as a dark horse in any single spot. Obviously, I don't know what their odds are. I wish I could tell you their doggone odds. I can't believe I can't find this right now. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna do a quick go over to Lucky's page because I think it might be on Lucky's page too. Let me
And
go over there.
I'll just try to. If you went to Sroka, but the problem is it would take you
Yeah, I'll be
forever.
scrolling forever, and they don't have it on FanDuel listed right now. I don't know why it's not listed on FanDuel because I went over there and I'm not seeing it for some reason. They don't have it listed out. They have the Mountain West, and then they go from Conference USA to Mountain West to NEC. So that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I like what you said there as far as whoever wins it is getting in. I think with the Ramblers, their back being up against the wall, I like them. I know I saw them as the favorite. I don't know what the odds are right off the bat, but I saw them as the favorite. I never liked backing any type of tournament team or really any future for that matter when it's the team you're saying, oh yeah, this is the team that's got to get it done and this and that, and then they're the favorite leading in the future market. I don't like it, but we might have a little update here.
All right.
Hmm.
So Loyola Chicago plus 200, Missouri State plus 255, Northern Iowa plus 410, the Drake plus 600, Bradley plus 950, and your Redbirds plus 1450, and the rest basically, thanks for playing.
So that Drake at plus 600 is very, very interesting to me. They've gotten hot here as of late. The UNI, they're at the 410. Is that what you said they were at? UNI plus the 410?
Correct.
So that's very interesting to me too. Not the same Panthers team as of old. Me and Riley have talked about it multiple times on our show, but not the same Panthers team that when I was in college when we were watching the boys play. Obviously not the same Redbirds team, obviously either. But here as of late, I don't know what it is. The last few games, the Panthers have been taking care of business. Now, whether you want to chalk that up to some of the lackluster bottom half of the barrel MVC teams that they've been playing, sure. But I think that they could definitely make a little bit of a run. I like tournament teams when they're right around plus 410. Drake at plus 600 is very intriguing, but with the Birds at plus 1400, I would expect that to be at 2,000, 3,000. Like, it should be in the ones that you just said, thanks for playing. It shouldn't even bear mentioning because they just lost their head coach. Mueller just left town. He's gone. He's out. It's done. As a matter of fact, he was going to finish out the season and he just decided, hey, boys, well, that's it. I'm walking away. And there was no announcement preseason. There was none of that as far as I know. And it was just over with. So the fact that they're at 1450 and they don't have a head coach.
I might have goofed on you.
Uh-oh. Damn. I was got really excited there for a minute. What is it? Is it bigger?
Southern Illinois plus 1450.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll talk about them too.
Illinois State plus 11,500.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That makes more sense for sure. If you want to take a swing, a little pizza and beer, as my old man over there would like to say, drop a couple bucks down on it. I don't. The Birds aren't very popular because, like I said, they just lost Mueller. It's a dumpster fire and a half over there right now. It's a shit show. So, leave them be. But SIU, that's interesting because the Salukis, they're actually from my neck of the woods. That's where Carbondale is around where I grew up, Southern Illinois. So I know a lot about the Salukis. I actually got a lot of friends, a lot of family, and people actually up here that I know that are Salukis too. So I watch a good amount of their ball. We obviously can't bet on it being here in Illinois, but being at 1450, they might be a sneaky team. They've been knocking off a few teams here and there. I tell you what, it's been really bizarre because, like, obviously can't bet on them. Wish I could, but like I'll see a spread and I'll be like, if that was any other damn team, I would probably be really interested to get involved with this right now. So I've been keeping track of them. So SIU, that's not bad. Plus 1450. I like where your head's at there, but ultimately, yes, shout out Mr. Lucky. I do think you and I plus 410. I'll do a little follow on you. No fade there. And then maybe a little sprinkle, a little dinkle, a little whatever the hell you want to say on the old Drake Bulldogs plus 600 too. I like a little bit of that action as well.
All right, let me pull up the board.
Oh, baby. Here we go.
Everyone's been waiting for.
Where's my crown? Where's my crown, Jeff? What the hell? Ah, shit. I left it in the other studio. That's all right. We're okay. It's fine. It's good. I'll carry on.
Make sure you bring it to Vegas, sir.
100%. Hey, I'm hot. Hey, I'm getting hot just in time for March right now. Now, knock on wood. I mean, I'm gonna look over here, but I am 5-1 on the week, so hopefully we can keep that rolling for your listeners, your friends, now turn my friends. I appreciate all of you. The old Mavericks letting it slip away unless they got a last-minute push here. It is March. Last I looked, 60-49. So unless they got a last-minute push, it is March. Shit can happen, but not looking great here. So might be the day of the favorites. So hopefully that bodes well for my pick here today. Jeff, I'm going to have you go to rotation number 731, 732. On your screen there, we got the matchup between the Cincinnati Bearcats and the SMU Mustangs. Saw this one this morning when I first looked at it. Oh, first things first, got to set the stage. You know the drill. This is called the American Attacker. All right, the American Conference Attacker. All right, we're attacking every books. I can hear lines moving as I speak. Now, saw this one this morning, and I actually mentioned it on this show. I do not lay chalk. And I'm laying chalk with this one. I'm taking the SMU Mustangs minus the 7. I caught it at minus 7.5, but I'm not concerned about that at all. I'm not concerned about it going down to 7. I was looking at it early this morning, and I saw Cincinnati plus the 7.5, and I was like, damn, I know the wheels have fallen off, but like, come on, they haven't fallen off that bad. What the hell's going on here? So I started to look into it. And the line movement, or lack thereof, rather, is really what jumped off for me. And I've talked about this frozen line. I talked about it on this show, my friends. Opened up this line at 7.5. It dropped down to 7 across the market for a while, despite Cincinnati getting 69% of bets and 76% of money. Then it ticked up to 7.5 with about that same split, and then it settled down at 7.5 across the market with SMU getting about 51% of bets and 58% of money. So with the split, with the line movement, with how it just sat at 7, I mean, this morning, you should have seen all the tickers, the symbols, the digits, everything lighten up for the Bearcats this morning with just all the money they were getting tossed at them, and the line lost the hook. I'm not buying it. Now, there is a key reason I found as to why I love this, and I think this line is spot on, but stick a pin in that. We'll come back to it to close out the analysis. But first things first, talk about Cincinnati. 1-5 straight up and against the number their last 6 games overall. So scuffling is a term to put it lightly. 4-6 straight up, 2-7-1 against the number on the road. It is not the tournament yet for the American Athletic Conference. This is a true road game for the Bearcats, and 2-7-1 against the number is something I simply cannot trust, regardless if they're a dog or not. They're 7-10 straight up and 5-11-1 against the number in conference play this season. Talk about the Mustangs real quick. Their last 6 games, they're 4-2 straight up and against the number in those 6 overall. 14-0 straight up, but 8-6 against the number on their home hardwood. You say, Colt, what are you doing? You don't give away that stuff in analysis. What are you doing? You talk about things that are good for your team. Well, hey, maybe this is good for the team. The failed covers, those 6 failed covers, a 28.5 favored spot, 20.5 favored spot, 12-point favorites, 16.5-point favorites, 14.5-point favorites, and 9.5-point favorites. Sure, they've been overvalued, but they ain't overvalued in this spot. It is the perfect Perfect value on this line. 11-4 straight up, 9-6 against the number for the SMU Mustangs in American Conference play so far as well this season. Pull that pin out real quick before we dive into the trends. This is the key reason that got me to side in and to eat every bit of this chalk. These two teams have already played this season, my friends. They played on January the 6th of this year, obviously. Cincinnati won that game 77-60, a 17-point victory as 2-point home favorites. Now they go on the road and become 7-point dogs, and you're telling me every expert in the public isn't going to run to them with the mortgage, the car, the home loan, the fucking credit, everything is coming out for this one. I'm telling you, they are, the public thinks that the books have bumped their head, and I simply do not believe it. Everybody loves the dog here today, and you heard me say it on this show again. When everyone zigs, I zag. But you don't believe me, believe the trends. Cincinnati 1-4 ATS, last 5 falling straight up and ATS loss. 0-4 ATS, their last 4 games as a dog. 1-5 ATS, their last 6 road games. 1-5-1 ATS, their last 7 as a road dog. SMU 10-3 against the number, their last 12 as a favorite. 7-2 against the number, their last 9 home games. 5-2 against the number if you combine the last 2, their last 7 as a home favorite. And my personal favorite here, my friends, Cincinnati. I'm supposed to hide this one, but I won't because I love it. Cincinnati is 5-0 straight up and against the number in the last 5 meetings with Southern Methodist. Yet the Mustangs find themselves as 7.5-point favorites here today. I rest my case, Your Honor. The American attacker, SMU Mustangs, minus 7.5.
I'm in. Next.
Hey, I could sell evil to the devil, non-believers to a temple. Shit, I could sell water to a speedboat. Come on in. The water's fine, ladies and gentlemen. We're going straight to the pay window.
I always say I could sell ice to an Eskimo. So
I love it. So, I mean, I hope I sold everybody on that one. I don't know. You care to get a little pizza and beer money out, too?
Well, I'm just gonna, I don't want to be the jinx, but with 40 seconds left, it is it is now 62-56.
Oh, your goodness gracious! So we're gonna be a little sweaty, huh? They're gonna do this to you, boy, aren't they? They're gonna sneak in the back door at a fucking 3.5. They're gonna sneak right into the back door is what they're gonna do for you, boy, and everybody's gonna be mad at the cages. But hey. Knocking on wood. Everybody be cool. If you tailed to play this morning, everybody breathe. We'll see, but that back door does look wide open. Yeah, I do have a little extra juice if you care to have that at all.
Sure.
All right. Well, the board bender parlay. See, here's been the problem. We haven't cashed one of these on this show yet. Missed by one leg, I believe, the last 2 weeks. Yeah, last 2 weeks we missed by one leg. Mm-hmm. And here's been the problem. We cashed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday those weeks. We didn't cash Monday, we didn't cash Tuesday, and we didn't cash yesterday. Yesterday we might have had the most brutal beat we've had on a special play in the longest time, so guess what? This one's going right to the damn pay window, you better believe it. All right, board bender parlay. Now, for the first 2 legs, I need you to lace up the Jordans, the Nikes, the Reeboks, the Adidases, whatever you need to say, whatever you're a fan of, lace them up. Leg number 1, Marist Red Foxes, minus 1.5. Love the value on that. That is that plus 1.5 home dog on the old Canisius Golden Griffins, if you will. That spot I was talking about earlier. Marist Red Foxes, minus 1.5, minus 2. Fine with that as well, first leg. Second leg, Detroit Mercy Titans, plus 3.5. Everybody's expecting this to be a scuffle spot, and I am saying no sirree, Bob. They have handled the Norse with ease all year. I think they do it for a third time. Leg number 3. Keep the Jordans on, but we're going to the NBA. Brooklyn Nets, plus 2.5. The line moved before Kevin Durant was even officially announced in, so we got in on it early. I think they win this one outright. Take any points the books are willing to give. Ixlay this leg if it does flip to a favorite by the time you ingest this or by the time you can actually hammer it in. Leg number 4. Take off them Jordans, lace up the hockey skates, shout out our guy, Andrew McKinnis, up there in the Great White North, my brother. We're taking the Philadelphia Flyers, plus 1.5, leg number 4. This plus 1.5 with odds about minus 140, minus 150. Absolutely profitable as all hell this year. Love it, love it, love it. And leg number 5. Going to the matchup between the Boston Bruins and the Vegas Golden Knights. We're taking the over 5.5. Everybody's screaming defensive battle. I'm saying no, sir. This under is getting 91% of money, and it is getting underdog odds, getting plus money odds, and it is getting every bit of coin in the entire sports gambling facility. Yet this line has not dropped down. So the under, or the over rather, 5.5 in Boston versus VGK. So there's your 5 lines, or 5 legs rather, on that bad boy. Come on, Jeff. I need some good news.
It's 64-58 with 25 seconds. So I'm following it on Don Best. The way I looked at it is UL Lafayette just hit 2 free throws. And actually, it looks like UT Arlington with a 3-point play. So it's now 64-59. 25 seconds left.
Kids, the sweat is real. The sweat is real right now, okay? The sweat is real. It is going down. It is going down right now. Okay, yeah, we just had the 3-point play, 64-59. Okie dokie. I got it on the we got it over to the side over here. So yeah, there's your board bender parlay, paying out over 20-1 odds the last time I checked.
All right, we got everything. We even talked NFTs today.
Holy smokes.
We will be meeting up in Vegas, but we got a week before then, obviously. I land on that Tuesday night, but we got all next week. So tell everyone here where they can follow you, all your podcasts, all your live streams, anything that can get new followers, old followers, tweet, retweet, subscribe. It's free. It's not just sports betting. It's NFTs. It's life. I mean, if you guys don't watch their show, it is comical. They bring the heat, and they're the 2 young guns in these lanes. And you talked about Andrew. I call them the 3 young guns, the hired hands of the business. And they're just setting it on fire. So you need to follow them.
Hey, well, first things first, I am truly blessed and grateful that you give me the opportunity to come on here and act a fool. And yeah, okay, wipe dipshit off my forehead this morning. So glad I showed up in good form. But hey, I appreciate you saying that about our show, man. We always say come for the vigorous and stay for the vibes. We'll always give you bets. We'll always give you analysis. We'll always give you that shit. But we love to be real human beings and laugh and joke and talk about. You wanna know a little bit about Russian porno and my thoughts on that? Slide over to yesterday's show. You know, there's this. We try and keep it light. Obviously, that situation going on in Eastern Europe right now is terrible. Shout out to all of Ukraine. Shout out to all of that. But we try and keep situations light and try and keep people funny. And the short hour and a half that you decide to spend your time with us, because we are forever grateful that you even decide to do that. The short hour and a half that you do that, we want to give you a mental vacation. We want you to be able to disconnect from this toxicity, this negativity, this nonsense, and just have some fun with the boys. Because, yeah, that's it. We just want to be a light in the space. We don't want to say we're the smartest. We don't want to say we're the best because we know we ain't the best. Well, Mags has got a pretty big brain. I'm just a goofy ass sometimes. But, hey, it is what it is, you know. So thank you guys for everything you do. And thank you for having me on again, Jeff. But, hey, you see it down there at Colt TTL Sports. If you like that negativity, that toxicity, that venom spewing shit, comment and all that, do not follow me. That's not what I do. It's all positivity. It's all nonsense. It's all goofiness. You'll see UFC. You'll see college basketball. You'll see NFTs. You'll see crypto. You'll see just about everything. Who knows? It's just life. I try and spread positivity and love in everything I do. So follow me there. Follow my partner at RMAGS TTL Sports. That's RMAGS TTL Sports. You see it down there too. Not down there, but the TTL Sports part. Follow him as well. And then at Talking the Line, Talking the Line Sports Media is our one-stop shop, our brand for everything. We got the Talking the Line podcast, the Wise Words podcast, and the Cup of Joe on Campus podcast. I'll let you guys go and kind of peruse about that if you like. Go over to talkingtheline.com. Very simple. You can find it all there. And that is your one-stop shop for everything all in between. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, it's the Mavericks ball. It's the Mavericks ball, 67-64. Please follow us at Talking the Line. I'm coming out of my shorts right now, kids. You have no idea.
But the way I'm following this is
I got live video. I got
Oh,
live
okay.
video. I got
Because it
live
was
video. They just pressed on the inbound and they just knocked it out of bounds. It's UT Arlington ball 67-64. They're reviewing it, but it's UT Arlington ball.
I was just going to say because you hit the
100%.
2 free throws and then it was 5 and then you just came down, hit the 3. I can't see the press, obviously. I see 2 seconds left. And
Yeah, it's off
you're
of his left
saying
hand. It's off of his left hand
so
last. Yeah.
so here's what I expect to happen. I don't know. I'm not watching it. I'm expecting them to foul, not to let them get the shot off. You make the first free throw and you're going to clank it. So even if that I can't see them letting the shot up. But
We sleep in May, Jeff. We sleep in May. Get your nitroglycerin pills, grab your coffee. We ain't sleeping, kids. It is, I mean, we are sweating live on the show. We're gonna be going wild. I don't know if I left anything out. Just go over to Talking the Line. You like my nonsense. I'm the same on this show, on Talking the Line, on Cup of Joe on campus, on Wise Words in the NFT space. Wherever you find me, I'm the same doofus. I don't know. And I'm so grateful for everybody that has just allowed me to be the real me and be myself in this space and just share who I am with you guys and without any judgment. So to you, to all of the network that might be listening, hey, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. All love for sure.
Well, we love you here as always. You're a staple at Thursday at 2 p.m. our time, 1 p.m. yours. It saves us on the jet lag going to and from the Chicago on Thursday and
Hey,
Friday.
just park the Lear in the backyard. We got an extra runway for you, big guy. No problem. The Colt Mansion is open for business.
So everyone here, from Jeff Dawson at EC Sports Invest, from Colton Sroka, it's Colt TTL Sports at Talking the Line. He is the mid-major king, of course, of NCAAB. We wish
Even if it
everyone
is a little crooked.
we wish everyone a blessed day. We want everyone to have fun with the games, cash some tickets. But, if you do have a problem, pick up that phone. There is an 800 number available. Ask for help. Why? Because myself, Colton, we want to see you here today, tomorrow, next week, next month, through 2022 and beyond. Everyone, wager, invest responsibly. Enjoy the madness, and we will catch you soon.